Okay, so I want you to think about the most embarrassing thing that happened to you in the last year. Something that made you want to disappear into the floor. Maybe you said something dumb in front of a group. Maybe you tripped in public. Maybe you totally froze up when you were trying to talk to someone you liked. You got it? Good. Now here's the shocking part. Nobody remembers it. Like, nobody. Not the people who were standing right there. Not the person you were talking to. Nobody. They moved on within like 4 minutes because they were too busy worrying about their own embarrassing moment from that same day. And meanwhile, you've been carrying that moment around for months, replaying it, cringing at 3 a.m., letting it make you smaller in similar situations ever since. That right there is the thing I want to talk about today, because it's costing you way more than you realize. Let's get into it. So there's this thing in psychology called the spotlight effect. And basically it means this. We all walk around feeling like there's a spotlight on us. Like everyone around us is paying close attention to what we're doing, what we're wearing, what we're saying, how we're coming across. And because we feel that spotlight so intensely, we assume everyone else feels it too. Point at us. But here's the wild truth. Everyone is the main character in their own story. Which means while you're worried about how you came across in that conversation, the other person is worried about how they came across in that same conversation. While you're replaying your awkward moment from Tuesday, they've already forgotten it because they're too busy replaying their own awkward moment from Monday. The spotlight you feel on you, it's almost entirely in your head. And I know what you're thinking. Okay, that sounds nice, but you don't know my situation. People definitely notice when I mess up. And yeah, sometimes they do. In the moment. But here's what the research actually shows. And I don't say this stuff lightly. People overestimate how much others notice their mistakes by a massive amount. Like embarrassingly massive. We think people are judging us way harder and way longer than they actually are. Because again, they're busy judging themselves. So all that energy you're spending trying to manage everyone's perception of you, it's solving a problem that's mostly not even there. Okay, so here's where this gets real practical. Think about how many times in the last month you didn't do something because you were worried what people would think. Didn't speak up in a group because you were scared it would come out wrong. Didn't approach someone because you were afraid people nearby would see you get rejected. Didn't try something new because you didn't want to look like a beginner. Didn't wear something you actually liked because it felt like too much. Now add all of that up. All those moments of playing small, staying quiet, shrinking back. That's not caution, man. That's your life getting smaller, one invisible fear at a time. Here's the shift that changed things for me personally. And it's gonna sound simple, almost too simple. I just started asking myself one question before I let fear of judgment stop me from doing something. The question is, will this matter in 5 years? Not 5 decades, 5 years. Because most of the stuff we're terrified of, the awkward approach, the stumbled sentence, the weird laugh, the opinion that didn't land. None of it matters in 5 years. Most of it doesn't even matter in 5 days. So when I catch myself shrinking because of what someone might think, I ask that question, and 9 times out of 10 the answer is no. This won't matter. And if the answer is no, then the fear doesn't get a vote anymore. Now here's the part I really want you to hear. The people you most admire for their confidence, they're not confident because nothing embarrassing ever happens to them. They're confident because when embarrassing things happen, they don't make it mean anything permanent about who they are. They mess up. They laugh. They move on. They say the wrong thing. They acknowledge it. They keep going. They get rejected. They feel it for a minute. They don't let it write their whole story. That ability to let stuff go quickly, that's actually the core skill underneath all confidence. Not looking perfect, not always saying the right thing. Just having a short memory for the bad stuff. And that's a skill you can build. Every time something embarrassing happens and you choose to laugh it off instead of dying inside, you're building that muscle. Every time you speak up, even though your voice shakes a little, you're building that muscle. Every time you try something new and look like a beginner without letting it destroy you, you're building that muscle. And slowly that muscle gets strong enough that the spotlight effect starts losing its grip on you. Here's the honest truth I want to leave you with. Most people are so wrapped up in their own insecurities, their own fears, their own internal commentary, that they genuinely don't have the bandwidth to judge you the way you think they do, which means the prison you've been living in was never really locked from the outside. You can just walk out. By deciding that your shot at a real conversation is worth more than the 30 seconds of discomfort that comes with taking it, by deciding that your actual opinion matters more than the approval of people who aren't even paying that much attention, by deciding that living your actual life is more important than managing how it looks to everyone watching. Nobody's watching that closely, man. Go live it. Alright, here's what I need from you right now. In the comments, tell me one thing you've been holding back on because you were scared of what people would think. Could be something small. Could be something huge. Just say it out loud in the comments. Seriously. Because saying it out loud is the first step to actually doing it. And if you got someone in your life who's been playing small, who's been letting that invisible spotlight shrink their world, share this with them today. Not tomorrow. Today. Because they need to hear this. And I'll see you in the next one.